it out. Top of the morning, the news by Shaw News. This is the Source Experience. Hopefully, everybody is doing well this morning. The year in review wrap up. We're gonna get to some topics this morning. It's cold, brisk, but we made it. We made it. We had a little technical difficult. Well, not really technical difficulties. I left my adapter piece and had to go back, so it took a little bit of time. But nonetheless, we are here. We are going to give you the news by Shaw News. No soundboard today. I didn't feel like operating a soundboard. Um, I'm not lazy. I just, today wasn't a soundboard type of day. I think today more so is just going to be the continued year in review. What is going on? Okay, there we go. A little glitch in the matrix I seen for a hot second, right? Let me check the levels with the microphone. You know, I'm killing these guys in my comments, man. This one particular guy, Monkey Box 6917. I'm killing them because that's where I'm at now. As far as a blogger and things, right? I'm just a lot of these guys, right? When it pertains, a lot of these guys, right? When it pertains to the internet, and coming on here blogging as an analyst, or whatever you call yourself, a journalist, media. Some of these people on the internet, social media, Twitter or YouTube, Instagram, they like to get at you, right? But where I'm at my level in the game, I come right back at 'em. I'm like, yo, if you don't say that to Skip Bayless, Stevens, Smith, none of these guys, you're not gonna say that to me, because there's no difference between what I do and they do. And not to mention, I've been a part of a team now, a professional fight team, for some years. So, but the news, Basha News. Hey, what do I know? Thank you, Nasai. Appreciate you. Um, but yeah, that's what that's what the day consisted of this morning. Today I have time. Like I said, we are down for a couple of days, right? And we can entertain the comments. We can. Oh, let me plug the sponsors. Let me plug the sponsors. Plug the sponsors. This show is being brought to you by The Source, Strain. Definitely get with me. You know the vibes. The news by Shaw News. Thank you. You know. Um. But yeah, I had time today, so I was going back and forth with one of the guys in the comments. Smash the like button. Let me see that. Let me get to sharing this. It was, how long was you recording for? You know. Yeah, we working over here, man. We are definitely in full effect, man. Let me see, man. Let me share this real quick because we're live right now. Then I'm gonna get to my topics. Get to my topics, Be closing the year out strong. Hopefully y'all didn't hear Nasai over there coughing. That is very rude. No, it's not. Yes. Help it. Nah. Let me see. Let me. Hopefully the mic is canceling her out. But I doubt it is, because she's like right there. We're gonna find out though. See, the good thing about when you got the headphones on, right? The headphones, I can't really hear nothing. Headphones. Yeah, see? Yeah, the microphone is awesome. The microphone most likely probably did pick up her coughing. But let me share this on Twitter. And then we are going to turn it up. You know. I'm gonna use I'm doing whatever is trending. These are the things that are trending right now. That's how you know a lot of this stuff, right? Is all it's all smoke and mirrors, right? The things that be trending. Well, we're gonna get to some topics off the rip, right? We still have a couple of the awards to touch on. I'll get to that, but I want to get to some topics, some potential fights that I seen being spoken about and posted about. Come on, man. You might have to exit out. You might have to exit out because you're doing the most. All that coughing is getting picked up. You know. Um, but Mike Benson posted something, right? Michael Benson posted something, and I want to get to what he posted because this is a potential big fight. I believe it is a undisputed fight, and I believe it is a fight that some of us have been wanting to see for a while, right? Um, some of us have been wanting to see this fight for a while, so let's get to that. All right, let's get to that. And feel free to smash the like button, man. I'm also accepting donations today, right? Real talk. We are accepting the donations today because we're trying to close out the year in style. We want to close out the year in style. And they always say, finish how you want to start, right? So we want some donations, right? We want the donations today. You know. Yeah, we want the donations. I look at Big XL, the plug. That's who walked Earl Spence out, and Earl Spence got washed. Got washed. Big XL, the plug. Remember? He walked Earl Spence out to the ring, and Earl Spence had a lackluster performance, to say the least. All right. Let's start checking off these topics. Now today's show, we're gonna be bouncing all over, right? Because this is just to close the year out. All right, let's get Michael Benson. All right, I still got my notes. Don't get it twisted. I will go to the notes in a second. So the notes is right here. Don't think I forgot you got the notes. I got the notes right here. But let's get to this right here. Michael Benson. Pull him up. I seen he posted this. I don't think it was on Twitter. I don't think I really wasn't on Twitter like that, you know. Yes, here it is right here. This is is what I wanted to start. I didn't really want to start the show off with it, but I seen this and I was like, yes, because I don't want this guy to get too old. But so Michael Benson is reporting as we see here. If I had my soundboard, which I don't have this morning because I didn't feel like rocking with the soundboard this morning, but as you can see, Michael Benson. Let me check this off now since we are talking about this. Is reporting that Dmitry Bivol has reportedly signed his side of the deal to fight Arthur Beterbiev next for the undisputed light heavyweight world title in Saudi Arabia. Now, this is important because remember, didn't Bivol have a 3-fight deal in Saudi? So this could possibly definitely be concrete, right? Now, the only thing is, look what it says. January 13th, coming up, about 2 weeks away, Arthur Beterbiev is set to face Caleb Smith. And then we could possibly get in this fight in the first quarter of 2024. Now, I am excited for this fight because this is long overdue. We have to see how Arthur looks. Like I said, Arthur is a much older fighter, but he stays in shape. But you know how boxing is, man. Look what we just witnessed with Deontay Wilder. And I'm not saying Wilder is old or nothing, but Wilder's 38 years old, been through a lot of wars. Father Time is undefeated, like Malik Yoba, aka Freaky Leaky, Malik Scott said this week. And hopefully Arthur's still Arthur, man. Because this is Arthur got the Terminator, I call him, aka Wolverine. He pretty much stops everything. Everything. This is, after Demetrius Bivol's last performance, I always was picking Arthur in that fight. But after witnessing what Bivol did, right? And Bivol went the distance with a guy who I think Anthony Yard stopped, if I'm not mistaken, right? Then Anthony Yard stopped that guy. And Bivol went the distance with him. Bivol went the distance with this guy. So I just think that this fight is long overdue. Hopefully we're getting it when it's not overdue. Like Arthur is still Arthur. Because Arthur's a hitter, man. King Arthur, I call him. I remember we fought with them on the Joe Smith card. And remember, for those of y'all that really follow the channel and the media work that I put in, remember when you see me walk into the venue, Madison Square Garden, to the weigh-ins with Team Beterbiev from the hotel? I had some fire content that week. Do y'all remember that? Yeah, that was dope, man. That guy trains different, fights different, just overall different. Yes, this fight is long overdue. We are sharing that with a couple of y'all. Let me share that with my guy because he always says he never gets my notifications. I don't know why. I'm not that big of a deal. I'm not that big of a deal on this internet, man. You know? I'm not that big of a deal on this internet, but I am. You know what? Let me take that statement back. I am a big deal on this internet. That's why they, shout out to my guy, Toby Bartlett said what he said, right? Because we are stepping it up. We are stepping it up to close out the year. But yeah, that'll be a great fight. So if he fights in January, give or take, when do you think they can get him back? Because Bivol just fought the 23rd, right? So that's like a 3-week. When do you think this fight could happen? March, April, March date? potential. That's if he gets past Caleb Smith, which we are hoping he does. He gets past Caleb Smith, and then we can see this undisputed, man. That's been a lot. It's been a lot of undisputeds um, going on. You know, a lot of undisputeds going on, and that was expected too, right? Since I think who kind of set it off, right? A lot of these guys pretty much set it off. We have had multiple undisputed champions now in the four belt era. Monster Nui just did it twice in what, a year, under a year, something like that, 10 months, they're saying. That's why ESPN gave him the award. We'll get to that. But that, they was gonna do that, man. You knew they was gonna do that, right? Because top rank in ESPN or, in business, right? Terrence Crawford is no longer a top ranked fighter. Who else was people clamoring for? Devin Haney is not a top ranked ESPN fighter. So these guys are not going to win the award, right? But I just think, like I said, everybody should just do your own list, right? But the guy that I was going back and forth with that claims he's a fighter or former fighter, like all these guys on this internet with these ghost accounts, they always claim to be something, right? That's why I had to shut him down. I said, bro, you're talking and speaking to me thinking I'm just a typical YouTuber, right? You're on here on a bogus account saying that you was a fighter. Monkey Business or Monkey Box, right? I can't even look you up. My page, you can look me up. All the things that I'm talking about, I'm actually doing, right? Whereas you're saying you was a fighter. You was in mixed martial arts and all this, right? And you're telling me I can't speak on, give my opinion that I feel Terrence Crawford should be fighter of the year because Monster Nui to me didn't fight nobody, and he didn't. Terrence Crawford knocked off Earl Spence. If the shoe was on the other foot, Earl Spence would have got fighter of the year. He would have got fighter of the year because they would have still been talking about him beating pound for pound Terrence Crawford, but that did not happen, right? So what did they have to do? They had to, because for whatever reason, man, I don't know why, right? Like I said, I covered the guy, covered his team, covered a lot of people around him, been around him, his family. I don't know why people do not like him like that. Like he's not like, there's so many other professional prize fighters and people in the game that are actual pieces of shit. They're not good individuals. They do slimy shit. They're trifling. They don't have honor, integrity, morals, things like that, right? But Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, right? Like I said, I covered him from a distance. I covered him from up close. I've been around him, his team, his family. The guy, the only thing that he doesn't do, right, as far as he's very reserved. He has a, this is from covering him, being around. He's reserved. He probably has a small inner circle. Doesn't have a lot of people around, but that's nothing wrong. Other than that, I don't understand why the industry, they do him the way they do him. Because the people that he does have around him, right? And I've spoken with a lot of these people. They all have him at the same high regard, right? But yet the industry, the media, YouTube especially, people talk about this guy in a, like a tone that's like, yo, do you actually know him? Have you ever really covered him and see some of the things that this guy actually does and is about? Like I said, for whatever reasons, the powers that be that run these things, that control a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, they didn't want him to be fighter of the year. That's why I suggest others make their lists, but he probably get fighter of the year on other, platforms and things. But ESPN definitely was not giving it to him. He's no longer a top-ranked ESPN fighter. Monster Nui is a top-ranked fighter. The hype was there, and let me. I don't want to get this guy's name wrong, right? Me and him was going back and forth. He doesn't know. Yeah, listen, dude, you're talking to me. His comment was so funny. Normally I don't trade back and forth in the comments, but sometimes I do. Like today, being that I'm off, I can entertain this shit a little bit. I went back and forth with him a little bit. But these guys, right? He like to me, he's a funny guy because he says he's an expert, right? Monkey Box 6917. Um, you say you were a fighter. Maybe you should have a real page, Monkey Box. Instead of these fake pages. Look, he says, I am coming from the perspective of a lifelong multi-combat fighter, from foundation to expert, and have known many emotions of fight, of which there are many. Yet I am still a nobody, but respects all fighters. I did not share the ring in those fights, so my critique is always a wonder and not knowing. In the expert field of doing Compton Smith or Bayless are doers, but they ain't fought nobody. Michael Jackson couldn't sell me. Okay. So it doesn't matter what you're saying, right? You are a fighter that you I can't confirm that. Like I said, your page, when I click on your account, it's a to me it's a ghost account. But you're saying you shared the ring, right? And what does that mean? That makes you more of an expert to speak on something because you shared the ring. Um, there's people just like you that share the ring, spar. That's sharing the ring, right? There's people like you that fought in the streets. That's still fighting, right? So that makes them less of an expert, or you more of an expert because you, like you stated in your comment, shared the ring. Now, I think at the end of the day, a lot of guys, especially guys like you that comment from accounts like that, feel some type of way. But this is what it is. Like I said, you're not saying that to Mike Coppinger. You're not saying that to Skip Bayless. You're not saying that to Shannon Sharp. All these guys, this is what they do. But a lot of you guys feel that when you see YouTubers or bloggers or people that you can have access to do some of these things, you feel that you can talk how you want to talk. But that's not the case. And that's why I had to clean you up this morning and tell you before you jump out there telling people and they can't have their own opinion on things. Kick rocks though, my God, kick rocks. But let's get to some more topics. Let's get to some more topics. Like I said, January 13th is right around the corner. Today is the 30th. Tomorrow's the 31st. So that fight is about 15, give or take, 2 weeks away now, right? Yeah, 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays. Not next Saturday, but the following Saturday. That should be the Caleb Smith fight. And like I said, we're keeping our fingers crossed that, you know, um, the homie Caleb Smith handles his. I'm not Caleb Smith. That the homie Arthur Betcher Beaver handles his business, and then we can get this undisputed clash. To start off 2024. That would be super dope. That definitely would be super super dope, man. Because this fight is long overdue, man. And the good thing about this now, um, and they talking about Saudi, so these guys will probably get a nice piece of change too. These guys will definitely get a nice piece of change for the fight if they do have it over there, right? Because the Saudi, from what I'm hearing, the Saudi chest is looking very plentiful. Very plentiful. I want to pull up an article over here on Boxing Scene. I'm looking at my notes real quick. Let's pull up Boxing Scene. Let's close out some of these windows when I do that. You know how we do. You know how we do over here. You know how we do over here. We give you the news by Shine News. Now I want to stick with the topic, right? I was talking about King Arthur. Look, this is an interesting article over here in the boxing scene that I want to pull up. All right, I want to pull this article up because I think it fits what we were talking about. We're gonna read it a little bit. Let's read the article. Let's pull the article up. Bang bang. Here it is. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this, right? For those of y'all that rock out with the source and vibe with me. Oh man, see. Forgive the yawn. But I wanna get the intel, the info from the people on this right here. There it is. Look at that. We was just speaking about this guy, right? Arthur Beterbiev on David Benavidez possibly moving up. If he wants this fight, no problem. Man, oh man. Let's talk about that. Let's read a little bit of the article. Now, this was by Hans. Look, this was by Hans. So we'll read a little bit of this article. Canelo Alvarez hasn't given Benavidez the green light just yet. The 26-year-old is currently has his ringer on high with hopes of the pound for pound star giving him a crack at his undisputed super middleweight throne. Yet, despite picking up two gigantic wins this year against Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade, Alvarez has appeared lukewarm on the idea of Alvarez opts to go in another direction. Benavidez, 28-0, 24 KOs, could decide to take his show on the road. Making 168 has been a problem, to say the least, right? Although he made weight easier as of late, he loathes the idea of, staying at the weight. But look, Arthur, currently both Dmitry Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev reign over the division. Benavidez unsurprisingly wants to get his hands on both fighters. Beterbiev, due to Russia being in possession of the WBC, IBF, and WBO 175-pound titles, is someone that Benavidez has mentioned on numerous occasions. Remember, he's 38 years old. Wilder's 38, but 19-0, 19 knockouts. Guy hits hard, man. Hard. Now, what is your thoughts? This fight, man. I know this is a lot to kind of soak in, right? Because it pretty much seems like Arthur Beterbiev has a lot going on. Caleb Smith, and then potentially Demetrius Bivol, right? But what about a possible clash with David Benavidez or even Dimitri Bivol, whoever's successful that comes out of this, because if these guys, these are big fights. But I just think, like I said, if you look at Arthur's body of work, his record of 19 victories with 19 stoppages, and you see David Benavidez 28-0, 24 KOs. Man, this makes for 2024 could be a great year, right? Now I know a lot of fight fans have been longing for David to fight Canelo, right? Which a lot of people have. I myself have too. But I just think when I seen this article and I was already speaking on, um, you know, Betcha Vive and Bivol, potential Betcha Vive Benavidez fight, man, that is a like I said, this is all bearing. You dropped a piece. This is all bearing that you know, David King Arthur is still King Arthur, man. You know, he's 38 years old. We just, like I said, we watched a 38-year-old Wilder. Looked like he didn't have it. Could have been ring rust, but something that stuck out with me with Wilder, right? Well, I'm not gonna just put it all to ring rust. Why would they put out there that he was in a cryo chamber for a long, extensive period? That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Then a lot of times, these teams and these fight camps, they're not too transparent. But man, this I seen this article. I had to tie this article to, the what we just was talking about, Bivol and Betcha Viva, because that would be dope. But definitely check that article out by Hans. You know, just he just put it out too. Just put it out this morning. See, that's how you know I really be on my desk on my job, right? Because it tied into what we are discussing right now. There's some other articles on here too if you want to, you know, Teddy Atlas. You know, Teddy's Teddy. Um, you know, Vito Malecki got another win last night in Jersey. That was a big card on on the goddamn Prudential Center in Jersey. You know, I'm not really gonna speak on it, but a couple guys fought. I think me doing stuff like that, I do it, but just I have to be up for it. I have to be up for it. You know, because the news by Shamas, we're doing other avenues now. But let me talk about this article right here because, and this is for you, Toby Bartlett. Shout out to Toby. Toby was talking about this yesterday, and I told him Andy Cruz, they're fast tracking. He's on this card as well on the Edgar Berlin card. Look at Andy. Andy, and this is shout out to Jake Donovan. Jake Donovan spoke very highly for Jihad Tucker. So I definitely would do a Jake Donovan article. This article was from yesterday. I didn't get to it yesterday, but I mentioned that my guy, good guy, Toby Bartlett, brought this up, and we'll read a little bit of this article as well. I stated yesterday when Toby brought up, I said, I think he's on the Edgar Berlanga card, February 24th, right? And as you can see, Jay Donovan's article, and I read, Andy Cruz will enjoy a quick ring return. Yeah, he's on the fast track, like I said, in the midst of active lawsuit. So something is going on with him, right? Boxing.com has confirmed that 2020 Olympian gold medalist and fast rising lightweight will land on the February 24th The Zone show at the Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida. Cruz will face Mexican, man, I'm going to say Brian, right? I'm not even going to attempt the last name. Zamapara in a scheduled 10-round contest. The Diamond continues to climb towards world honors against tough Mexican southpaws, right? Matchroom Boxing confirmed. This news comes less than 24 hours after it was revealed that Cruz, 2-0 1KO Cuban standout based in Miami, filed a 8-count complaint against estranged co-promoter New Champion Promotions. Matchroom Boxing was also named as a defendant though only due to his role as Cruz lead promoter, who is not accused of any improperly in the case. So this guy has promotion issues. This is a good read too. Definitely get into that. Maybe do a little more research on that. But it's looking like he has a co-promoter, and from the reads from Jake Donovan, he doesn't really have an issue with Matchroom. He has the issue with New Champion Promotions LLC. So, keep your ear out for that, because anytime fighters are dealing with promotional issues and you see he filed a court document, that means they're trying to cut into his earnings and his bread, because they are claiming to be part promoter or part of the promotion of Andy Cruz. And like I said, Andy Cruz is a much older fighter. He's on the fast track. The clock is ticking. Oh, this is good water. You can taste it. They have like a what is that? A filter? Yeah.
Filtered water.
Filtered water. You taste it. Oh man. Filtered water. You taste it. You can taste it's like mineral water, right? You can taste it. You dropped another piece. Pay attention. Pay attention. But yes, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to go over, I'm going to shift over here to my awards. Remember, I told you the Joe Dini Award, right? Now, you guys are going to say that I am biased a little bit, right, with this award. But I did give it to a professional fighter as well. But the Joe Dini Boxing Award, Mean Hard Punches, recipient is, drum roll please, four-time, four-peat national champion, Jamali Tucker. Yes, I don't have the soundboard. I would have given him the round of applause. But Jamali Tucker, $1 million Marley, is the recipient of the Joe Dini double whammy standard mean hard punches. We also have a pro. I'll get to the pro in a second, but Jamali Tucker won that award. Jamali Tucker just ran the table 3 consecutive years as a undefeated amateur in the national scene. And he also collected his fourth straight national championship. I know you guys are going to say, well, your team Tucker, that is biased, Sha. So what? These are my awards, and this is my award show. I can do what I want to do. But that is him right there, number one at the 119. He got the mean hard punches. And the professional fighter that got the Joe Harris. Well, I gave it to a couple of fighters. I gave it to a couple of fighters. One in particular who I just named, Arthur Beterbiev, got it, right? Mean hard punches, because that's a guy that throws mean hard punches. A guy who wants to fight him and said he's willing to, you know, challenge him or accept his challenge. David Benavidez also got that award. See, I thought the Joe Harris, Joe Dini, double whammy standard mean hard punches. A lot of fighters could receive this award. I also gave that award to David Benavidez, right? Those mean hard punches. Tank Davis also received the Joe Dini mean hard punches, aka the double whammy standard award. These guys are all guys that are, stopping guys, hurting guys with shots. Now I know you guys thought I was going to give Terrence Crawford it because of what he did to Earl Spence. No, no. Those were the three, hitters, concrete hands. Terrence Crawford definitely could have got it as well. gorilla mitts, what I like to call them. But we did not throw Bud into the mix with that award. Um, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put my link out because it is Saturday. If anybody wants to join in the conversation, you know, I'll put the link out there. There is the link. Let me pin the link, right? But the Joe Dini standard, well, the Joe Dini Award, Mean Hard Punches, aka the double whammy standard. You got to be a hitter. You got to be putting, like Joe Harris would say, you got to be breaking guys' asses up. I broke his ass up, right? Those are the requirements for the Joe Harris um, award. And the three guys that I named, they throw mean hard punches. Arthur Beterbiev, Tank Davis, and David Benavidez. And also the amateur level, I gave it to $1 Million Marley. I gave it to $1 Million Marley as well. All right, I'm looking at something. I want to pin this. Do 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 do. Let me pin that comment. Did the comment post? Did the comment post? No. What is this? No, we gotta close out of that. The comment did not post. Why? I wanted to pin the comment. Yes, let's pin the comment. There we go. The comment is pinned. Feel free to tap in with the source, right? The News by Shaw News. Oh, man, this guy got he needs to just hang it up, man. Oh my God! It's sad when these things type happen, right? Let me see if I go to my. I don't know if it's gonna be over here. He's gone. You can't make this stuff up, man. Let me see if it pops up over here. Nah, it might. It might. If it pops up over here, I'm going to talk about it now, right? Let's see if it pops up. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's going to pop up. It should. I was just looking at some of these things. It might not. Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see if it pops up. Nah, because it doesn't want me to clown. But damn, it was on my phone. I seen a fighter talk about a nap he took. Bro, we don't want to. You gotta chill out for a second, man. Maybe let's go. Let's see if I refresh it. Let's refresh it. Let's see if it pops up. But yes, you know who I was speaking on. Let's see if it pops up. If it pops back up when I refresh it, I'll speak on it. Because it just came across my timeline and I laughed. I laughed. I really did. I laughed. I said, "Yo, this guy, nah." He said he took a nap. You definitely did take a nap. That's why you received knockout of the year. You took a nap, all right. You took a nap. You took a real nap, my guy. I was trying to pull that fight card up, man. I see my boy Mozzie. Let me pull it up over here. Shout out to Mozzie. Mozzie is still climbing. That was one of Jihad's stablemates coming up. Mozzie was signed with Top Rank, but then he got released from his contract. But he was successful last night. I wanted to pull it up. Maybe hold on. You know what I got to do sometimes? Being that I'm right here, I can multitask, right? I could pull it up on my phone and then speak on it, right? And there goes Mozzie Kashir Goldstein. Hopefully I said his name right. Let me make sure I said that right, man. Mozzie. Mozzie was successful. You know, shout out to the Mozzie. Kashir Goldstein is his real name, though, I think. Goldstone. But I think it's Goldstein. Don't hold me. Hold on. I'm gonna get it right. Why would you do that? That's dirty. Now go clean it off. Go clean it up. You don't wipe it with a coat. Go clean that off, please. And you don't want to hear coughing. Like go clean that off now. That's my daughter just did something. I had to see parenting 101, right? The real Mozzie. Where is he, man? There he is. Goldstone. Goldstone. I said Goldstein. Forgive me, Mozzie, man. Kashir Goldstone, man. He was successful last night, man. Know what I mean? They fought at the Prudential Center. It was, pretty decent crowd in there. You know? You know? It was Brick City Fight Nights at the Prudential Center. You know? I wonder who the promoter was for that. I think it was Cornflake. Cornflake, I know he fought on the card as well. He might have been the promoter. Mozzie came out there. You know why I wanted to highlight it? Yo, Mozzie is from upstate New York, right? Yo, Mozzie came out there in the Shogun. I might have to reach out to him and his dad. Yo, he had on the Shogun outfit. He came out there with the Bruce Leroy. He came out there like showing up. Am I the meanest? Showing up. Am I the coldest? Showing up. Who am I? Who am I? Yeah, he had on he had Shogun's outfit on, man. Matter of fact, I will pull up his thing, but he has music. So listen, what I'm gonna do is I'll pull it up, and I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna mute it, right? Because I do not want to get a copyright strike. I do not want to get the copyright strike, but I'll pull it up so y'all can see it. Yeah, he stole the show with his appearance, and he got a stoppage. But he definitely stole the show with his uniform. Look, he took it back. I'm not gonna let the audio play. See, there it is right there. Look, that's the Shogun of Harlem. Who am I? Who am I? There you go. See it again right here. I definitely seen the snaz. I definitely seen the snaz in the sauce. I was digging it, Mozzie. I definitely was digging it. I was like, okay. You got the sauce. That was catchy. I like that. Look, there it is again. See, he came with a Leroy. You warmed up yet? Yeah, that was fire. See, that's all part of the presentation, right? You definitely did your thing right there. So I'm definitely gonna highlight you. I'm definitely gonna tag you in this and share this with you. Great to see you bounce back. Because like I said, he came in the game with us with Jay Prince boxing, right? But he went on to do his own thing. Sometimes that's what it is. Like there goes the knockdown, got the stoppage. Great fight, man. Mozzie wasn't playing. This was at the Prudential Center. See, some of you guys that sit around and talk boxing all day, these are the type of events you need to cover, right? But you're not covering it because you're not leaving your comfort zone. You guys are just like Toby said yesterday. You're in the way. But you see me, I'm talking about this, right? I don't need to talk about this, but like I said, I know a lot of these guys. We came up through the system together. But shout out to Mozzie and his father. I might even reach out to Mozzie and conduct an interview with him, right? Why not? We're rocking and rolling over here. And I think the more things like that I do for the platform, it just, it just does what it does, man. Matter of fact, let me hit him up right now. Let me hit him up right now and set that up. That's what we do over here. Word. See, that's how business is done. I just reached out to him right now. I'll definitely bring him on. We're gonna continue to keep working, continue to keep doing what we're doing. We're good to see him do his thing, right? A very highly decorated amateur. The news by Shamus. Look. Sometimes you gotta do what you do, right? This is me doing what I do, right? This is called a big catch right here. See that big catch? Big catch. That's a big catch. Watch how it shifts the whole truck. I'm gonna drop this big heavy motherfucker up in here. This shit gonna shift the whole truck. It's a big catch. That's what you call a big catch. Watch it shift the whole truck. I'm gonna shift the whole fucking truck with this motherfucker. Watch. Big hit. See that? A lot of other people have said that to me too, on the record, off the record, but you put it on the record. And studies show, maybe he does. He won't admit it, right? He definitely won't admit it. Because remember, I was the Rafter Boys. Me and my good colleague, we were the Rafter Boys. But I still have yet to see that guy do this. Yes, the work is standing out. We are closing in on our hour. The link is there, man. Feel free to tap in. You want to tap in. I think me and the side gonna go grab lunch. Go grab a bite to eat. The side wants to come back. I don't want to come back. I got my hour, and I want to enjoy these 3 days off to get me a little reading in, And I wanna do a little reading today. You know, let's see what's going on. Who is this? Who is this? This is WCS, I think.
WCWS.
Let me see. WCS changes his number a lot. Let me mute my mic real quick because I'm gonna blow my nose, y'all. All right, I'm back. I wanted to mute the mic, be professional, courteous, and shout out to WCS in the building. Yes, man. But like I said, that fight, if we ever eventually get that fight, right? And that's a lot gotta happen. But 2024 could be a good year, man. If Caleb Smith, 13th, right? Walter Benavidez knocks him off. Then him and Demetrius Bivol run that March or April, and David Benavidez fight the winner. David Benavidez fight the winner, especially if David Benavidez doesn't get Canelo, right? Because he wants to be undisputed, right? But he really wants Canelo, right? But I just think if he can fight undisputed winner, right? Because the winner of David, no, the winner the winner of Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol will be the light heavyweight undisputed champion. That is the same thing that you are chasing Canelo Alvarez for, but you're also chasing Canelo Alvarez for his name and his spot. But knocking off moving up a weight division, because that will make you a 2 division champion and also undisputed. So when I seen that article, right, that Arthur Beterbiev said he would welcome the challenge of fighting you, that was big, man. And I think you will want that too, right? Because if you think about it, right, just say this is just the scenario because all these things got to happen. The fight's got to happen. But if Arthur defeats Bivol, right? Bivol has already defeated Canelo Alvarez at light heavyweight. I'm speaking for David Benavidez now. So now David Benavidez goes on to fight either Arthur or Bivol, right? Like I said, Bivol has defeated Canelo. This will give you a notch. You sometimes you gotta just let a guy go, right? Canelo Alvarez is stuck in his ways. He's not really trying to fight you, right? Because he feels that you are too big. You're like, you make the weight, so there's no such thing as too big, right? But you make the weight, and he just feels that he's not comfortable fighting you. You're much younger, more active. You rehydrate into a monster, the Mexican monster, that's your name. But just move on, man. Move on. You're still young. You still have the world ahead of you. I think I forget what writer it was, that spoke on you. I should have jotted it down in my notes. That said that you could move up to heavyweight in one day and be a crosser. It might even been was it Rick Glacier? I don't know. I should have wrote it down, but I remember somebody saying that about you, man. In high regards, like you could move up that high and become a heavyweight. So I just think that was dope. Like, and knocking off the potential, because that's what you will be lined up for. If Arthur Beterbiev is successful January 13th, the deal is already pretty much in place in Saudi for him and Bivol to fight. Now, if you can land the winner of that and become undisputed light heavyweight champion, yo, David Benavidez, the sky's the limit for you, brother. The sky's the limit. Like I said, you're 28-0, 24 KOs. That is another undisputed status, man. We got to see what 2024 holds, man. 2024 holds, right? We are working, closing out the year strong with our new setup. You know, I got my hour in, right? I am kind of hungry because we did come down here. We didn't get nothing to eat. Man, this water here is like, yo, this water here is just different. I like the water here. I used to come down here with a liter, right? But I don't know what I might have threw it out or I might have left it in at work. I would always fill up my liters, right? Because, let me show y'all. We've been here now over a month. I said it was a month, right? I was looking at some of my stuff, right? I did the first broadcast here November-ish, around right before Thanksgiving and that. So it's over a month now, man. So I don't have the soundboard with me, but I want to clap that up, heading into the new year. And remember, the plan was to start this in the new year. Look, we put it in effect before the new year, man. So definitely round that up, clap that up. Like I said, I don't have the soundboard, so I can't clap it up. Thank you, Messiah. Thank you. Okay, that is WCS. Let me store that. Let me store that number. The football game's on tomorrow, right? The college. Let me see. Let me look. Let me look at my FanDuel app, man. I'm an active sports bettor, right? I bet on sport. I don't really bet on boxing. I do, but I'm not. I don't really like betting on boxing because some would say that I'm an insider trader, right? When it comes to boxing, I bet on other sports. Let's see. We close the year out in style, man. Like I said, the one thing that I'm consistent with doing is just you dropped a. Is that a piece?
Yeah.
Get it. All right. The engineer is in here working as well. Messiah, the engineer. She is working as well. Let me see. College football. Oh, the Lions play tonight. No. Each team to score one passing touchdown. I like that. And one rushing touchdown. Mozzie. Look, Mozzie hit me back already, y'all. Shout out to Mozzie. Oh, that's it. That's not a. Maybe I can get that on a parlay. I'm not. I like that one, and I don't. Let's see. Can I get that parlay? Oh. Oh, man. That parlay is looking good right there. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go with that parlay, man. I'm gonna go with that parlay. I gotta go with it. I got to go with it. Let me go with it. Let's go with it. You know what?
Gotta go fast.
Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. We're going with it, man. That is a good parlay right there. All right, let me see what Mozzie said. Mozzie hit me up. Shout out to Mozzie. No. He said, appreciate it. Bad. He said that. So I'm gonna get that the second week of look. I'm booking it right now. See, that's how it works, man. See, I will have Mozzie on, and so that's good. I will be conducting an interview the second week of January, and we pencil that in. Let's pencil that in. You know, I just did a nice parlay, football parlay, couple $100, man. I need this. This should hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me see. Oh my God, I gotta hit that, man. I gotta hit this. Right. Look, listen to this parlay I got. I'm not gonna tell you the what's the name, right? It's a college football parlay, right? It's a two-way parlay, right? Each team, right? Listen to this, right? I'm not going to tell you the game because if you play this and you win, I'm not going to get my 10%. But look, each team, right? One passing touchdown and one rushing touchdown, right? Each team needs one passing touchdown and one rushing touchdown throughout the whole game, 4 quarters, right? Those are my two-way parlay. It's going to hit. And when that hits, we are in there. We are in there. That's the parlay I picked. I'll probably get a couple more in a second once I get out of here because, see, I can't multitask. I'm at the desk right now. But, listen, I'm going to send this to my guy. I'm going to send this to my guy. I know he's a sports bettor, right? I'm going to send this to him. I'm going to send this to him. Are we about to leave? Nah, not yet. I'm going to send this to him. Let me send this to him. Like, yo, man, you might want to get on this, man. You might want to get on this. Let me see if he wants some action. Let me see if he wants some action with this, man. Send it to my boy. You know, I be networking with a lot of these guys now, man. All right. Yes, Miles, he just confirmed. He just confirmed. That's a go. Where's my boy at, man? See, you know what it is? I like working with the guys that I work with now, right? It's a lot of my coworkers. These guys are much younger guys. They are into these things, right? And you can learn from people, right? I kick it with these guys, right? And these guys, like one of the younger guys, he gets laid off. But this kid used to win crazy, right? Like he's a professional gambler, I believe. But he used to. I remember when I used to labor. Well, he used to labor for me, and I used to be like, I used to be like, I used to ask him, get advice. Shout out to WCS in the building. Let's bring him on in. Let's get him in here. WCS, you are in the building. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, man, to you. You know what I'm saying? Shaw News. You know what I'm saying? The news by Shaw News. What's good, man?
Yeah. Salute. How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, man. Just watching you work, man. Burn up the airwaves.
Yeah, you
Back
got
at
to.
work. looking like a professor and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking
got,
like you
got,
preparing to teach the students out there and shit,
you
dog.
know, I got the board in here. You know, I told the people I was gonna do that. Maybe you know, I'll do a show in the new year, and I'll break down the David McWater's point system and the judging fighters, or breaking down, you know, potential.
Yeah.
You know, but you got anything plans for tomorrow? You know, how you plan on breaking in the new year?
Yeah, it's gonna be with family for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What about yourself?
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. You know, just chilling, taking it easy. Not planned. You know, I might go see a movie because you know we are off that Monday. Aquaman 2 was very good. I liked it, so I'll probably do the movie thing. You know,
Okay.
something simple,
Yeah.
something simple. But man, I want to say shout out to you, man. The content you've been putting out, man. You got a lot of these boys, and you know, in they feelings, man, in they feelings. It's all
I
over
mean,
the
I
floor.
see they out there.
I'm trying to scoop it up. It's not working.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, you can't worry about the ones that's trying to you know, pretty much step on somebody else to get where they need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I appreciate what you're doing, staying in your own lane, and you know, you continue to grow as a content creator. And maybe when they keep on following you, they understand that it's what you do is where the roots are at, basically. You know what I'm saying? They don't know where your roots at. They don't understand what lies beneath the surface.
yeah,
And you know, they still trying their best to get the way you at, but they don't want to give you credit for being in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Making the adjustments, coming up with ideas, being a creative. You know what I'm saying? You got to be creative in this game. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that really want to make a mark, leave your mark. Me, you know what I'm saying? I try, you know, it's just I get into reading and watching BJJ tournaments and MMA. I just say, man, I don't know if I want to continue to look at the same boxing soap operas all the time, man. But that's no knock on what you got going on. Like I told you, I respect what you're doing, man. You know, you're one of the best out here on the YTC, hardest workers out here. So don't get discouraged of these cats not tuning in and shit. They will. They will. They're gonna tune in. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tune in, and then you continue to put the sauce on them.
oh
You
yeah,
know what
of
I'm saying?
course, of course, of course, of course. Yeah, what do you think of? I don't know if you've seen it when I was speaking on it, but you know, if Arthur Beterbiev takes care of business July 3rd, I'm not saying July, man, because that's when we watched him destroy Joe Smith. What
Callum Smith. Yeah.
Calvin Smith on January 13th, to him and possibly, well, he signed his already, but they have some sort of agreement for him and Demetrius Bivol for Undisputed and Saudi. What's your thoughts on that?
I like that fight, man. You know, at one point in time, Mauricio Suleiman was up here saying that he wouldn't have that fight because of the war that was going on and all that. You know, and
Yeah.
I wonder what changed because the war's still going on.
I,
You
I, I
know,
think we
so
I think we know what changed, man. That Saudi bag is behind it now, man.
yeah, the
You
Saudi
know?
bag is behind it. But if it was all about money, don't act like it's about wartime and
Yeah.
politics. So I
Yeah.
like that fight, man. I really do like that fight. But I would tell people don't really look at the way Bivol looked in his last fight
Yeah.
because sometimes fighters do that shit on purpose. They don't go in there and look dominating like that, just so it can build up the odds of them going in there to a fight like Artur Beterbiev.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a good fight, tough fight, man.
Yeah. And then what do you think about the ladder, right? I posted the article, right? It tied into with you know the whole with Arthur and Bivol, where Arthur said that he would welcome the challenge of David Benavidez
Yeah, I
at
like
light
that.
heavyweight.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, you gotta look at Benavidez as being a light heavyweight right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Right now. So that's a damn good fight.
yeah,
That's a very good fight. but I wouldn't want to see it before I get to see Bivol Better Beef.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
that's what I was saying too. If you didn't, I was saying that if he can't get Canelo, maybe
Hmm.
he gets the winner of those two.
Yeah, that'll
And
still be for undisputed, right? You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
for light heavyweight undisputed. And I said if Bivol is the victor, right? Now you fighting Bivol. Bivol has a win over Canelo. That
Correct.
you knock off of Bivol, you don't
Two
really even
two
need
birds.
Canelo.
Yeah, for
You,
real. You don't need Canelo.
yeah. You knocked off the man that knocked him off when he attempted to do what you are attempting to do. Become the undisputed light heavyweight champion of your fight. And Bivol was successful against Arthur.
That's facts, man.
Canelo was just trying to gain another belt or fight at that weight class and couldn't swim in the waters. It was a little too deep. Now you do that, man. You put another star on your uniform that Canelo couldn't even get.
True. True. I was kind of hoping that Canelo fight David, but I like that other scenario too. There's always options out there. I just never quite agreed with Mauricio Suleiman keeping the fight off off the roster, off the calendar because of wartime and stuff. But now, like you said, the Saudi money getting behind these heavyweights and light heavyweight fights and stuff. And I definitely like to see Benavidez take that step up and fight the winner of Bivol Better Beef. Hell yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be a good fight. That'd be
It
a
would,
real
it
good
would,
fight.
it would, and yeah, you knew Mauricio was gonna because the sanctioned bodies eat, man. So when they
Yeah,
have these big fights over there in Saudi Arabia, I think they get a couple 5%, 3%.
something.
Of
Yeah,
course, he
yeah,
wants that.
yeah.
Of course, and then they getting treated with the craziest hospitality over there.
Man, you
You
ain't
know,
lying, right?
all
Look,
exclusive.
hey, what are numbers at? There, Shalom. What are numbers at? They was always talking about numbers and pay per view. Why they ain't doing numbers on Saudi?
They don't want to touch those numbers, man.
The arena
Those,
wasn't
those,
even
those
packed. It
man,
wasn't even packed.
yeah, those numbers over there. You see how they rolling, man. Shout out to Wilder. They giving brothers Phantom Rolls Royces for gifts.
Yeah, for
It's,
real,
it's,
right?
it's different over
It's
there.
different, dog.
It's
Damn, that
different.
mother look, man, that shit was tight. Whoa.
Yeah, it's different over there, man. The hospitality and yo, man. Listen. I know I said I don't want to be media no more, but if I was able to land a media exclusive Saudi Arabia covering job, I'm taking it.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
taking
you
it.
ain't lying, right?
I'm,
You ain't lying.
I'm taking it, man. They doing it different over there, man. We thought shout out to Top Rank in the Hard Rock, Tulsa, Oklahoma. We thought we had a good deal going to the per diem, all exclusive eats. The barbecue salmon and the codfish and all that.
Yeah,
But they was laying out, man. That spread over there at Saudi was looking different, man.
it was different, right?
It was looking different, man.
That's when you
Yeah,
prepare a spread and you don't worry about the budget.
at all. You see, I gave them one of my awards for events of the year. I said it was all the events over there. I was like, they did it different. They had like a Super Bowl halftime performance. Like they doing it different, man. They doing it different. Let me ask you this too. Sticking with the story, do you think that Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney potential fight, if they do make it work, will end up over there?
That's a good question, man. To be honest, I couldn't tell you, man. Because with Saudi, it doesn't really deal with the numbers of these fighters that they already did. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about none of that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because nobody knows about the Bibble number, the Frank Sanchez's number, Deontay's, you know what I'm saying? Jarrell Miller's Dubois. They don't have numbers, but they was over in Riyadh. So
yeah,
I think they may potentially end up over there because you have to look at the promoters that was over there too. Queensberry, Top
yeah,
Rank, you know what I'm saying? Salida.
yeah.
All of them joints was over there. One of the primary ones wasn't over there was TGB.
That's that. I was about to get to that and say that to you. The only ones that we did not see over there was Premier
Golden
Boxing
Boy.
Champions.
Yeah.
But it
Yep.
seems like everybody else,
Yep.
even I don't think they put on a card yet, but even Golden Boy was over there for one of the events. Remember when they all did the it might have been the Nagano fight, the Nagano Tyson Fury.
Yeah, they was over. I think they was over there for that, but they wasn't over there for the big one that we just saw.
Yeah, the dead record but they was already over there,
was over there,
as
though.
far as networking and
Uh-huh.
doing the behind the scenes stuff. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
you
they was over
you know
there.
you know the like listen, like these guys say, we know the logistics. They was over there doing the logistics. The only ones that haven't been over there doing the logistics is the PBC because, and I quote, all money's not good money. Remember, that's what the PBC guys were putting out at a time when it came to the Saudi Sands. But shout out to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder got away from that shit and said, I'm going over there.
Yeah, him and Shelly Finker definitely went over there.
Oh yeah, Shelly Finkel's not gonna turn down a good deal.
The good thing what I see with them is they're giving us good boxing content, as far as the matchmaking, even though I think they slipped up a little bit on how they matched up this last fight.
Yeah.
But they're kind of taking away the narratives of the same format these cats use. They always want to talk about numbers, pay-per-view, and act like they know the numbers. It has nothing to do with them over there. They on their own budget. They on their own time. They own freaking network team, all that shit, bro. And guess who's benefiting the most? I think Eddie Hearns, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Hearns, the one that they try to say that never would get off the ground. He's trying to come over here and take over boxing. Eddie Hearns already put a fight over there a long time ago now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just didn't stick with it.
And the thing I like what they're doing too, and I think, like you said, what they have that unlimited budget, it's making these guys cross promote. It's making these guys cross promote because now they not only are they willing to work together, they're like, man, the money is there. We got to do this.
They're being forced to.
Yeah.
They're being forced to because look at Amazon Prime. He's not going to be able to do the same thing he did with Showtime and Fox.
Nah,
that's over.
Absolutely not. And speaking on that, they still haven't yet to release a schedule, man.
Exactly, man. They haven't released their schedule. I'm like, why? Why haven't you released the schedule?
They have yet to even release the schedule. Like Monday is January 1st. They made the announcement, but what is the fight schedule like? Who's setting it off in March? Who's the first Amazon Prime event? Is it Tank Davis? Is it Spence Crawford? What is it? Canelo? Normally Canelo fights in May, but what is the moves that's going to be made?
Yeah, I'm curious too, man. I couldn't tell you, but this has been a long time coming, Shalom. Because if you look back at the pandemic, boxing was struggling then in the pandemic.
Yes.
Now you getting at another point where it's not the pandemic, but we having an elevation with the economy. We had a shift in Showtime absorbing this relationship with TGB and PBC. Things are changing, and so in order for these people to compete, they have to work together to get that money.
Exactly. It gotta be a unified highway now. It can't be this side of the street and that side of the street. You stay over there, we stay over here. Nah, that's not gonna work no more.
Not gonna work no more, man. That shit. And you think about it, bro. It was poor admin logistics or whoever was planning that shit, because why didn't they see this coming? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why didn't they see this coming? Who was planning over there? Were they just going off impromptu? You know what I'm saying? To make these fights and just play around and overpay fighters? Why you didn't see this demise coming? Somebody should be losing their job, man.
Well, sure, they did. A lot of people lost their job, man. A lot of people lost their job. I think when you look at the whole infrastructure, how that was set up, and a lot of times people don't like what he got going on now, and saying, but barbershop conversation was absolutely right. Like
Yeah.
you ran through $1 billion.
Yep.
How?
How does that work?
How?
900 some million, a billion. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man.
How? Not only that, and then I gotta add, another one of the most hated, Rick Glacier. Not
Yeah.
only did you run through billions of dollars, with like Fred Hawthorne highlighted, but then we gotta throw in Rick's piece of the sauce, the hot grease, the gumbo. You ran through double-digit networks.
Mm-hmm.
He had all the networks at one point, also. From
True.
free cable to premium cable, all the networks,
You
other
might
than
want to hold. You might
HBO.
want to hold up. You dropping some sauce, man. You might want to throw the cash app out there. Some shit. You know what I'm saying? People start behind the scenes taking out a pen. Okay, yeah, that right there. Okay, keep going.
You know
Keep
how they
going.
do it.
You got a little bit of time today. It ain't too late in Saturday either. Okay, all right. Cool.
You know how they're gonna steal the sauce and the hot grease regardless, man. And like you said, they don't like to donate. They don't want to hit the cash app. They don't want to hit the super chat. None of that. It's just that's one thing that I have learned to accept
But
as a
it's
content
gonna get
creator.
much better for you, man. Real talk. It's gonna
You
get
know,
much better because you remember what you said about Jahai Molly.
yeah,
Being a little distance apart. When that shit pop off like that, they gonna really be knocking. Like I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna be on a whole
yeah,
nother level again, and really they're gonna want to be, trying to hit you up and say, "Fuck it, man. It's been too long, man. We gotta get an interview with these fighters and shit like that." You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I told him on my live. I said, "Man, y'all can't not support Jahai Tucker because of Shaw News. That's petty."
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm
they
saying?
don't need
Shout out to
to.
Ness. Ness did his thing, man. He
Well, they
represented
don't.
his
They don't
boy.
need to. Ness. Shout out to Ness in the boxing. Even shout out to you, Danny.
Yeah.
You had the Timothy Bradley virus, but it's all good. Hate is the new love. You feel me? So it's
I don't
like,
know what the hell going on with him, man. Like,
yeah,
dude,
hate is the
what are
new
you
love,
doing?
man. You know.
Tomorrow like his style or whatever he's talking about. Dude, what are you talking about?
That was
If anybody knows what Danny was talking about, please let us know.
that
I
was the
don't know.
Amari Jones effect in him, man. It was his boy, man.
This dude said he wasn't impressed, but yeah, he won't take a fight. And then you out there vouching for him. You're vouching that Jahai Tucker don't. He's pretty much fitting into the nomenclature that Maury Jones said he wasn't impressed.
Yeah,
And now Danny's acting like he ain't impressed. Come on, bro.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know
You a
how that
boxing you a
go.
boxing head. You say you call yourself the almanac. I remember all that shit you said when you was coming on the scene, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the almanac. But shout out to Ness though. Ness shook him up. Ness told him, man, exciting fighter.
For
Jahad
real.
Tucker's made for TV. What are you
Exciting.
talking about? What are you talking about?
Entertainment.
Exciting fighter. Yeah, what you seen this coming? What's your thoughts on this though, man? The snubbing of Terrence Crawford by ESPN, not giving him his accolades as fighter of the year after knocking off a fighter that they had, high on the pound for pound list, the ESPN pound for pound list. Terrence Crawford knocked him off, but yeah, he didn't receive fighter of the year.
But did you see the pound for pound list in itself? Who they still has number one?
Nah, I'm done with. Well,
It's
I
it's,
can't say I'm
Terrence, it's
done with
Terrence
it.
Crawford.
I know, I
So
know.
they
I
didn't
think,
give Terrence Crawford. They didn't give him freaking fight of the year, but they kept
yeah,
him on. They kept him at the top of the pound for pound list. I'm telling
yeah.
you, the bullshit that goes on is incredible, boy.
It's just disgusting.
Boxing Insider gave Terrence Crawford fight of the year.
Yeah,
ESPN gave it to Anui.
I knew it. Yeah, I
And it
knew
is
it.
what it is. That's some bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't with ESPN no more.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And all that shit. So
That's what that was about too.
I mean,
You know, that's what that was about too. And I think they feeling some type of way, the way the PBC and those guys over there were parading him around.
yeah.
You know, So you
Yeah,
know that.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that right there. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I mean, he said parading him around. Hey, we was all saying that when we seen him on stage, huh? How
Yeah,
is that?
yeah. You know, that's how
What we looking
you
at?
know, yo, being in the game for so long, I just speak how they speak. That's what they would say. In their little closed meeting. Did you see Terrence over there being paraded around? That's what they would say.
The shit
That's
was
the type
it,
of
it was
stuff that
good
they
to
be
see him on the
saying.
stage, but I say, damn, Terrence must feel a little bit uncomfortable because these same individuals were pretty much, trying to embarrass him, especially in Beverly
Yeah.
Hills when they say he was a two-division champion.
Two division champion, yeah.
Um, they weren't really trying to give him his flowers and respect,
Nah.
but he ended up taking it from him, and now he's up there standing right beside him on the stage. Imagine how that conversation was.
Yeah. And then they didn't even want to acknowledge his promotion
Yeah,
at Beverly Hills, man.
correct.
When they
You're
was working,
absolutely right.
promoting the fight. They didn't even want to acknowledge the
They
promotion.
didn't even put it on the banner, bro.
No, that's what I'm
They didn't even
saying.
put it on the banner,
They
man.
didn't want to acknowledge his promotion. And him and Bomac have a legit promotion company. They put on local shows
Mm-hmm.
at B&B Boxing. That's what promoters do. They're putting on fight cards,
True.
you know. But they didn't even want to acknowledge their promotion. You know. But shout out to Bud Crawford. Like I said,
It's definitely not gonna slow him down from his Hall of Fame.
nah.
Future Hall of Fame shit. But I knew they wanted to give it to Anui, man. For real
Yeah.
talk.
But like I said, and I want to highlight this. I said, if the shoe was on the other foot and Earl Spence had knocked off Terrence Crawford, Monster Nui's accomplishment wouldn't even be talked about right now.
True.
It would have been Earl Spence would have been fighter of the year. He
Yep.
beat pound for pound best fighter Terrence Crawford. You know, it wouldn't have been no discussion.
No discussion. But he not only beat him, but he beat him easily.
Yeah,
Anui, he went into the 11th round with this Filipino fighter, man. Like,
yeah,
man, they
yeah.
just wanted to give it to him, man, because they trying
Yeah.
to push and push. He's been on the pound for pound list a long time. You know how that shit goes,
Yeah.
for real, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I spoke on that earlier. I said I don't know what Bud Crawford has done to the powers that be that they just don't want to give him his flowers like that. It's like, man, for whatever reason, it's like dude could do anything. He can't do anything where they could be like, all right, you know what, this guy, he did do it. They always gotta, try to undermine or, put that roadblock. That roadblock. Like I said, and shout out to Terrence for tweeting these things and being mindful, like speaking. You gotta let the world know, like, who else knocked off another pound for pound fighter?
yeah.
Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Monster, but Cool Boy Steph wasn't on the pound for pound list.
Nope.
Neither was this last guy you beat. But Earl Spence was on the pound for pound list, top 5, top 3. Terrence dominated him, one-sided him. But yeah, he can't get fighter of the year.
Can't get fighter of the year, man. All because of him leaving one promotion to make the big fight, first of all, winning it, and, with the op, so to speak.
Yeah,
With the op.
that's what it was. Yeah. And now seemingly like being over there with the ops, these people hold grudges, man. I'm telling you. They hold grudges, man. They definitely hold grudges.
Hey, that shit is deeper than grudges, man. You know what I'm
It is
saying? It's deeper than grudges because look, they affecting people's businesses. They affecting their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Until he retires, man. I don't know. Like I said, like we said earlier, we don't know the schedule. But I'm curious to know if we're gonna get a rematch or we're gonna get something that we wasn't expecting, like a Canelo. Or
Yeah.
whatever. We don't know.
Yeah, and you know what's bad too? Like at least we have eyes on Crawford, right? We do get a little intel on Terrence, but what is the intel on Spence? Like, The last we heard from his coach, he wasn't in the gym. Then you know what is the intel on this guy, man?
He said, his coach Diddy said his head was clear, so I guess that's a plus to start off the conversation.
Is
His
it
head
clear
was
though? Like
clear.
these guys. That's why I gave them the Cap of the Year award yesterday. These guys that tell you something, and then it be the exact opposite. Like going into the Terrence Crawford fight, that was the best camp, but we seen him run that. We seen him run a Mount Charles fight week.
Yeah.
Still trying to cut weight. Like, come on. Like these guys tell us one thing, and the actions be totally different. So we're supposed to take the word from Derrick James that said this guy's head is clear, but yet this was the same guy that your breadwinner was blowing up in between fights, and you wasn't aware of this, but now you're aware that his head is clear. You like, listen, you know my opinion when it comes to Derrick James and that man. I don't that guy could say anything. I gotta question it, man. I just gotta question it.
I think Diddy James might have hit him up and said, "Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Everything good. But hey, let me hit you back though. I mean, come on now." And then he get on here talking about his head clear, but he ain't in the gym.
Yeah, I know. Come
He
on,
had to
man.
get back to doing what he doing.
His head is clear, but yeah, he hasn't been in the gym. And like you get conflicting reports because Frank Martin did an interview and said he was in the gym. So it's like, what gym was he in that you was at, Frank? Where your own coach said he hasn't been in the gym. So maybe he's training at a different gym. I don't know. See, I don't want to start rumors. I don't want to start rumors, but maybe I should. Fuck it, Maybe I should start the 2020 off and be messy. Just what I'm saying.
Hey man, other people get away with it all the time, man. They do it with ease, no hesitation, man, no guilt.
Come out here,
You got to get to the point where you're feeling no guilt about it.
Yeah,
Then
right.
you'll be good to go.
Yeah, right. Just come out here and just don't even say alleged. Just come out here and just drop
Come out
shit.
here and drop the shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? No more sources, no more allegedly.
Let's come out here and just drop it.
The fight's
Just make-
happening January 1st, y'all.
Yeah.
The fight happened January 1st.
I think I might do that. Just drop a messy live later on, because just speaking with you, and then I'm gonna reach out to a couple of my sources and get this confirmed that he's training at a different gym. Just get it confirmed.
You're training at a different gym. The fight
And
possibly may be at 160.
Yeah, and Derrick James has no, it's not the world class furniture store, so that's why he doesn't know he's in the gym. That's what my source is telling me. The gym that he's training at is actually a hot yoga studio with boxing equipment in it.
Okay.
A hot yoga studio. I didn't want to disclose that, but since the year is closing out, that's what my sources have disclosed to me. So that's
different than a furniture store, though.
Yeah, and the one thing about the hot yoga studio, it is equipped with air conditioning, even though it gets a little hot. If Earl starts to feel a little faintish, they can turn on the air.
Did you ever think to yourself if the furniture store did not have air conditioning in there, why he didn't lose the weight while he was training? If he was really trained in the furniture store, why he still had to run up Mount Charles in Vegas?
I don't know, man. That's a great
130
question.
degrees up in that bitch. Why you couldn't lose the weight though?
Why he wasn't cutting the weight? Yeah, and that Texas heat too. That's a great
Yeah,
question.
the Texas heat was going through a heat wave and stuff like that, and then you come over here and you still overweight, man.
I just think it's he couldn't get that special formula that he was using. And then shout out to the brother, man. I haven't seen him. Hopefully he's still in good standings, but he didn't work with Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Maybe if he got with Blu-ray. See, when he was with Blu-ray, man, he was chiseled. He was an action figure. He was just that guy. Maybe he needs to get back with
ripped to
Blu-ray.
shreds. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get back with Blu-ray, man. Especially right now, if he really wanted to shock the world, if he's not training out of the furniture store, then goddamn it, Diddy don't have shit to say about it. Because one thing with Diddy didn't want him back in his gym.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's how Diddy gives it up though. Diddy didn't want media over there, his local media at least. He just wanted, it's Diddy laws. It's the Diddy laws over there, man.
I don't think I ever asked you, bro. What do you think about his star pupil Ryan Garcia, though? The star pupil. He's in a position where Arrow used to be. What do you think about that?
I
He's staying
think
over
that
there with his coach Diddy James for a second fight.
I think that's gonna be his new cash cow. I think
Okay.
that's gonna be his new cash cow is Ryan, because once again I gotta say my sources was telling me that Jamel Charlo might be going with Juan Guzman full time.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like old news. He already been over there mostly.
You
You know what I'm
know?
saying? He was like training primarily with Guzman um, after the first Castano fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he felt some type of way about the way he looked, and Derek had to beg him to come back over there near the end of the training camp for Brian Castano too.
Yeah. And then with AJ's performance, right? I don't, maybe he was going back to Derek, but everybody's talking about how great AJ looked with Ben Davison. I think that was Ben Davison in the corner, right? Wasn't Derek. So, do you see him leaving Ben Davison after that performance and going back to Derek?
Say it again. I dropped out.
Oh, I said, and AJ now with AJ had just a breathtaking performance with
Uh huh.
Ben Davison as the coach, not
Yeah.
Derek. Do
Yeah.
you see him just up and leaving? Because I know they said it was a one-off. So do you see him just leaving Ben Davison after that spectacular performance that everybody is in awe of over on the
Yeah.
internet over his performance?
Yeah. And awe is the word of choice for real. Amazing. I mean, I'm talking about it wasn't fight of the night though, but just looking at how Anthony Joshua carried that victory out and made him surrender on a stool is just
Yeah,
unbelievable. But we all know with Joshua, he doesn't stay with one coach long, man. So I don't
yeah,
know if Ben Davison, actually did anything for Joshua. I thought he looked better when he fought Usyk, but I don't know,
yeah.
bro. I don't know if he's who he's gonna pop up with again.
And that was with
Because
Robert Garcia with Usyk.
yeah, yeah.
That was
Robert
Robert Garcia.
Garcia, I thought made him look good. He was moving
Yeah.
his head, giving lateral movement, all that shit, man. And I didn't see any of that with Ben Davison. I didn't see
Nah,
any of that with freaking Diddy James.
nah, he didn't. He didn't. With Derek, he didn't really show no type of improvement, man. He didn't. He was just there. But I think, like I said, Ryan Garcia is going to be his lead horse, man, moving forward. Because we still don't
So
know about Frank Martin. Like, when is Frank Martin fighting? Have you heard any word yet?
maybe what we should do, and I'll check with my people. I did send a courier over to the Queens and things
Yeah,
and see if they have information that they can give me on Frank. Because they might have been over there on live with Frank Mark, just chopping it up, gossiping, talking about
yeah,
having a New Year's Eve slumber party or something like that.
yeah. Because remember, he was over there with them early, man, and December has come and gone, man. He hasn't fought, man. He was chopping down on some ice, and he was supposed to have a fight, man.
Yeah, he's
December's
supposed to have a fight that will convince us he made the best choice by pulling out that fight with Shakur Stevenson, but nothing.
nah,
Zero.
doesn't. I mean, he got. I gave him the Bonehead of the Year award yesterday, man, because not only did he miss out on a title shot, he missed it out on fighting a injured, wounded Shakur Stevenson. That would have been him in the
Yep.
ring that night.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been him.
Yep.
You know, he would have fought a one-handed Shakur Stevenson.
And
Man, Frank.
he could have level changed that night, man. If he looked good
Yeah,
against Shakur, just like he
yeah.
did against Michelle Rivera. He could have level changed there, Shalom, but he just didn't have the courage and the guts to do it.
No, he didn't want to step out, man. He didn't dare to be great. He's got shout out to Rick Glacier. Like Rick Glacier said, this guy is 20. He's gonna be 29 years old, man. 29 years old,
And he turned down a fight for that much money. Like, come on, bro.
man.
Come on, man. That's the dumbest. You should have got the dumb bonehead, goddamn, worst decision maker of 2023.
I gave him the Bonehead Award yesterday, man. You know, him and his team. That's why I said they got the Cap Award and the Bonehead Award. It's like, come on, man. Who advised you to walk away from that fight? Now you don't have a fight. So you walked away from your biggest payday, and also a title shot, which probably would have put you in a better position. Now we see you would have fought an injured Shakur Stevenson, possibly with a chance to beat him. Because I think, technically you are a lot more athletic than Edward De Los Santos. So you might have been able to cut the ring off a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, what do I know? WCS, what do I know? I am just a blogger that, does have a couple affiliation with fighters that, people do not like to cover. That's why I got to give you your flowers before the years. And thank you for always covering the guys, Marley, Amani, Jahan, just all the guys, even Joe Dini, man. Thank you, man, so much, man.
I appreciate it, man. I want to, say the same for you, man. Thank you, and I appreciate, having an opportunity to cover Jahai. Since day numero uno, him stepping into the ring, and then also just being a one of those individuals I call leaders. You know what I'm saying? You have that leadership. They may not look at it as leadership because the YTC isn't structured like the military, but a lot of moves that you make, you have to have the leadership mentality. You know what I'm saying? The level change. You went from just showing up the fights, doing the interviews with the phone, to picking up photography quick, inserting your family into the damn media business. You know what I'm saying? Building up and getting Jahai connected and locked in, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? You got one of the most exciting fighters on TV right now in your stable, bro. So
yeah, shout out to
that's
too for
why
saying
I told you that since day one. I say, man, you don't have to be told 5 and 10 times to do shit, man. You just take it upon yourself to get it done. So it's been wonderful. I ain't gonna lie. From the rafters to the corral, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, shout out to Toby, man. Toby commented yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it. When he said that guy wants to be like people. And I was like, I don't know, man. I still haven't seen him level change like this, man. He had the audacity to say, I was on the floor. We was by the ring.
We really was close enough that you could have tripped the referee. Stop playing.
For real,
Stop playing.
What are you talking
we was close
about?
enough for the commissioner to say, hey, you can't
Yeah,
say
tell
nothing
me
on
to
the
be
ring.
quiet. Yeah, be quiet. You're not supposed to be doing that. I learned it. You see how, in Cleveland, shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. In Toledo, man, I was more professional. It was easier for me.
Yeah,
But I
sure.
told you, I knew I was gonna be like that in Tulsa. That's why I didn't even want to do it. I was like, I just knew Tulsa was like, nah, man, I didn't want to do it. But then, at least in Toledo, I'm more professional now. But in Tulsa, I already knew how I was gonna be, man.
I tried to warn you.
Yeah, you did. I just knew.
I did that before.
Yeah.
I took pictures of it. I tried to warn you. I say, bro, they don't like media talking from the apron. But that fight was intense though, man. So I can understand why you wouldn't be personally emotionally involved in that shit.
Yeah, that fight, man.
That shit was intense, man.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I want to ask you this right quick though, before I forget. When Ryan Garcia went in there and you mentioned being the cash cow earlier. You remember when Ryan Garcia went in there and fought Duarte, how he was doing all that movement and trying to do the Philly shell and all that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, he usually is a flat-footed fighter.
Yeah.
Why do you think Ryan going to Diddy James, that Ryan was able to come out there and fight a different style, but Errol Spence don't. Could you imagine Errol Spence moving like that? Like Errol Spence is still, linear, straight ahead, but Ryan Garcia went from being an anchored fighter to moving around the ring, boxing off the back foot, all that shit, man.
Yeah. Yo, to me, now I know this is going to people are gonna be mad about me saying this, but this is my assessment, and I always stood on this, and I'm still gonna stand on this. I don't think they ever really had any chemistry, Diddy and,
Okay.
and EJ. I just don't think they really meshed. And studies show this. When you say you didn't speak to a guy for how long, and this was your trainer and still is your trainer, but yeah, your father had to pay you to train with him. These are things that you put out there. I'm just going off of the stuff that I can report on, that you put out there. I can report on other things, but I'm just going to go off of what you put out there. So I just think that their chemistry is never there.
Okay.
If you're dealing with somebody that you had to be paid to deal with, then you
Yeah.
didn't talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Then we seen the incident, the mid incident. After you are a unified 3 division champion, your chemistry was off on the mids, where you just walked into a shot and got bust upside the head. Then prior to that, the Ugas fight, you
Yeah.
punched him in the face. Like, I've been around Jihad and Marley. I've been around Jihad and Joe Dini, Jihad and these guys doing mitts. I never seen that.
You never seen a mid holder basically try to teach the fighter to put the right hand up by slapping them before a fight.
I never see that. I watch a lot of guys do pad work with their coaches or the guy they do pads with. I never seen that, especially when
Wow.
they do it. Because when you do pad work with somebody all the time, it's a routine. It's like you guys are a band. You're one instrument. It flows smoothly. When one guy's getting punched in the face and the other guy's getting busted upside the head with a mitt, to me, something's wrong. But I could be wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So please don't play this back and say, "Oh, this guy Shah's talking shit." Like I said, I could be wrong. I'll be the first to admit it. I could be wrong, but I'm just
Yeah.
used to seeing it at a different cadence.
Yes. Something might have been off, more than the timing.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It
yeah,
might have been something more than the timing. Respect might have been off a little bit.
yeah,
Because how you
yeah.
gonna slap your fighter and get all wild in the ring and he has one of the biggest fights of his career coming up? I mean, why? Why do that, man?
Yeah. I was gonna revisit that yesterday in my awards, but I was like, nah, I'm not. I'm gonna leave well enough alone. I had an award for that, man, because that was like one of the funniest moments to me of 2023. The media
It's
work.
just
Yeah,
unfortunate that it wasn't a back and forth 50-50. I think if they would have had like a 50-50 exchange for 12 rounds and the fight was super close, then maybe Crawford would have gotten fight of the year or something. If Errol could have knocked him down like 2 times or something like that.
I don't know why. I don't understand why that had to happen. If this guy, like I said, Earl Spence, I don't have the soundboard. I would clap this up for him. Earl Spence was a top 5 pound for pound fighter.
True.
He was that guy.
It
So
was.
for him to get beat the way he got beat by another pound for pound fighter, that just says it all.
It don't add up, man. Like,
Yeah.
I
Just like
mean, it should have just been cut and dry, but we already know these voting systems. No one knows the criteria. They don't know actual members just sitting at the table voting.
yes.
We don't know any of this. And then ESPN is attached to Top Rank.
Yeah.
So you kind of ask yourself, they can keep him at the pound for pound number one, but yet you basically deny him from being fight of the year in 2023.
But you knew that was coming though, man. When they squeezed that fight in for Nui after the last week of December, you knew it was coming, man. It was like, come
Hmm.
on, they don't want this guy to have no flowers, man. They do not. The first undisputed welterweight champion in the four belt era. Now he's two-time. They was trying hard to give somebody else that accolade of being a two-time undisputed champion.
Yeah, man.
And that's what they did. So it gave them the avenue, it gave them the access to make that, justified. But some of us know, like, come on. Like I said, no disrespect to Inui. Congratulations on your accomplishment. Four division, two-time undisputed, but you did not beat a pound for pound guy. And you did not beat a pound for pound guy the way Terrence Crawford did. You
Yeah, I'm
know?
definitely gonna have to be petty on this award. Definitely, I'm definitely gonna have to be petty and do some photoshopping, and get my own pound for pound winner.
Yeah,
Now that
man.
now
That's what
that
I
it's
did.
official, now that it's official, hey, it is what it is.
That's what I did. I did my own award show yesterday. I just felt like I was like, you know what? We're journalists, right? We do this too. We have media brands and companies, so why can't we have our own? You know,
Yeah,
why
yeah, I
can't
agree
we
with
have
that,
our
man.
own? You know, that's what I did. That's what I did, man. And I'm gonna be looking forward to yours, man. Cause I know one thing about the hot grease, man. The hot grease, man. God damn, you get these guys in a uproar, man. I be looking at your chats, right? You get they be coming out the woodworks for you, man. When you get to going, man, you get these guys. They must create accounts, man. Cause some of
Oh
these guys
yeah,
that pop up, what you call them, the strays. You like, we got a stray on deck. Some of these guys, like I said, I'm a regular over there. Some of these guys, I'll be like, yo, where did this guy come from? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. What are these guys now showing up, just popping up, man?
Yeah, I'll be like, where did this guy come from, man? And then when I click on some of their pages and I look at them, I'll be like, yo, this is got to be a ghost account, man.
Yeah, no
This
content, no nothing.
nothing. I'm like, man, this is somebody that probably frequents the channel that really wants to say these things, right? But they gotta go in disguise and decoy to say these things, man. But that's you be putting out that hot grease, man. That hot grease be
Yeah, in
cooking them.
2024, man, my activity is gonna digress just a bit more, because I'm just gonna take some time and really, look at other interesting, sports, and
Yeah.
then also, what I'm saying, I look forward to see what you got popping off in 2024, what new adventures you're gonna be on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, this you
So
see that this is it right here. I think I'm gonna be trying to go a lot harder with and like I said, what Toby said and you said, with the more professional blog look. You know,
I see
um,
you got the soundboard. You working on the soundboard now. So
Yeah, I got the soundboard, and like I said, I got the Mozzie Goldstone
yeah.
interview coming next week, the first or the second week of January. That's what I'm into doing now. I'm going to be working and incorporating more fighters that I have built relationships with over the years, like that. As far as like the other stuff, just trying to reach out to fighters that I feel will get me in the algorithm. I'm not with that movement no more. I'm gonna just work with the fighters that I've been building with, that I know from the ground floor up, from the trenches, like that, man. Shout out to Wise Owl Boxing. I'm taking in a lot of the gems that you have given me and others. I'm networking with the people that network with me.
No
And
doubt, for
if you
sure.
get it, you get it. If you don't, eventually you will. Because we're not going nowhere. We are only getting better and bigger, and the brand is growing.
For sure, man. And I was just thinking like with Jahai, he still signed with Top Rank, right?
Yeah, yeah. I,
Oh,
I, I
okay.
don't
So
I don't
so
know
I
what
was
they
just
were saying that he
curious.
got released and all that. And I'll let the cat out the bag. We just declined the February fight. For Top Rank wanted to drop us, but then we got offered February 13th, which we had to decline. We got another offer on the table that I won't disclose right now, but WCS knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, we did not get dropped. For those of y'all that thought
Well,
that.
I was more so, with that too. Thanks for disclosing, updating them with that, because there was some haters out there that believed that was the case. But sometimes you can't sit up here and put Tim Bradley, put the
Yeah,
cart before the donkeys. Okay,
yeah,
don't put the cart before the jackass. For real. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have the jackass in front of the cart, pulling the cart, keep the jackass up there so we can see the jackass in motion, in action. You know what I'm saying? Period. But
yeah,
you was putting the cart before the jackass, man.
yeah,
And that shit didn't play out well for you. But
yeah.
shout out to Shoo Carrington, man. Bruce Carrington got prospect of the year.
Prospect of the year.
I really thought, if in my heart of hearts, that Jahad should have got prospect of the year. Period. Because like you
Yeah,
said on your show, he fought the tougher competition out of 12 professional fights, point blank. Period.
absolutely. The real official know what's going on. But yeah, shout out to Shushu Carrington. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. All those guys, man.
Yeah, shout out to Abdullah Mason too,
I
man.
want,
Real talk.
yo, if since Jahad wasn't on the list, my vote was for Abdullah Mason, but they gave it to Shushu. So shout out to Shushu. But it is what it is. And yes, Jihad didn't get it. Well, I think he said the blue slip or whatever slip. Now we didn't get the slip. We got an offer, another fight offer. So Timothy kind of bumped his head on that one. But it is what it is. Tim does that at times.
Yeah,
You know, we got
yeah, he
another
does.
video out there that's viral where Tim was bumping his head in Tulsa, and he said he couldn't wait for Jihad to go down once the shot landed. And the only shots that was getting landed was by Jihad. And Nico hasn't been back in the ring since. But Tim was waiting for the shot to land that night and Jihad to go down.
That was an epic fight. I always say that was one of the most entertaining fights I've been ringside to cover, for real. Even from the rafters to the corral, man. That
Yeah,
fight right there, shit, blazing.
man. Yeah, that was
Guns are
man.
blazing, man. And unfortunately, I don't know what's up with Tim. He's always gave Jahar a hard time, man.
Yeah,
And Jahar was being respectful. Even before he had 5 fights, he was up there, taking criticism from Tim. He'd go over there and shake his hands. Oh, you did a good job. But he keep on having to show and prove to Tim that he's that guy. I
yeah.
don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You did an interview. Your daughter did an interview with Desert Storm. What happened?
Tim is Tim, man. That's company Tim. That's company Tim. Tim is another one that'll put out a false narrative and don't clean it up, man. Because he even stated on that same broadcast, was Jihad focused in the disciplinary thing. Last time I checked, Jihad has yet to been arrested. All these things, like,
Yeah,
but
he
Tim,
tried to act like he was indisciplined, man, in
word,
between fights. Who does
Tim was
that,
just
man?
out there with it. Like Jihad doesn't train. Jihad probably ran 10 miles already at the beach right now as we speaking. Because it's before midday. He gets those runs in early. So this guy, you would thought this, hey, is he staying in the gym? And man, but shout out to you though, Tim. It is what it is, man. We know, man. We know, man. It's all right, man. Like I said, shout out to the WCS. Jihad's been doing it since he was 17 years old, man. The bright lights, man, big cards.
Hey,
Um,
man, you know people, man. You need to get Tim on the show, bro. Real talk. You need to have Tim Bradley on the show, man.
I don't think Tim wants to talk to me right now because with music and now we got the people getting at him. You know what I'm saying?
He said he liked when people keep his name in their mouth.
You
That's
know,
what he
we
said.
yeah,
So
we got the people's getting at him, right? The fans is at him right now. I don't think he's liking us right now, man, with the content that we've been putting out and
I
showing
think you can,
the,
man.
the bias side.
You need to get him. He needs to do a appearance. He definitely need to be seen and have a dialogue with you it would be good for him to have a dialogue and break down what he wants to happen in the ring. No, what is his assessment? You know,
Oh, Jihad, yeah.
how do you base your criticism off, performances this far with 12 professional fights? What's going on? Can we get down to the bottom of it?
Yeah, we definitely do need that. So hopefully we can make that happen in 2024, man. Hopefully we can make that happen, man. Because I have seen him on the YTC on the other platforms, right?
See, now you got the soundboard. You can put, some of his dang audio in there and say, Tim, is that you? Okay, since that's you, let's talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you mean by that? Let me play it again just before we get started. Hit the soundboard. Let me hear his freaking. Okay, so let's talk about this, man. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, the one that I want to use is not even from the last fight, because we could use the last fight, man. We got some classics on that, but I want to use the one from the Nico Slavecki fight where he was just waiting for the punch to land for Jihad to go down. He wanted to punch to land. He was just waiting for the punch to land and Jihad to go down, man.
That's crazy. What round? What round do you think that was? He said that.
Probably the second, because remember, when you break down the first round, when Jihad took that shot and he thought it was over for him then. So it was the second, because pretty much after the second, and when Jihad came back to the third round and the gargoyle demon gorilla came out of him, all gas, no brakes. Jihad started turning up extra levels, and Nico started, I think he ran over a nail. He couldn't keep that pace, man. So it had to be the second round, because from the third round on, man, Jihad, I thought he was going to break his hand on that guy's head, man. It just it got fierce in there, man. It got real fierce.
And see, not everybody can appreciate how he fights on the inside. That infighting, man, come on now.
It's different.
Bar none, top 3 in boxing right now. On the inside like that, head to head, slipping punches only inches away, man.
Yes. Oh, he showed that against Francis Varone too, man. Yeah, against a much bigger guy. That dude was a maverick, man. He came in the ring bigger than a light heavyweight, almost a cruiserweight, man. That guy's back was so big.
He was sharp early on, man. He was accurate with his punches.
Yeah, he was trying to break Jihad down. That's what they told him. He was going to steamroll him. Yeah, that's the producer notes that Timothy had. That's why Timothy was so hell bent on Jihad getting the pink slip in the back. The pink slip is coming. Go back.
This is around the time I think Jihad get knocked out. So let me start pushing the blue slip.
Yeah, the blue slip. Yeah.
And then by the time that got to like the 8th round, he put the blue slip away. So okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna try to make that happen too, man. I gotta get Timothy on the show, man. Hopefully Tim don't, try to grandstand on me, because I'm not like the a couple of the channels that he was on were much more successful.
Yeah.
With the numbers and the views, right? I don't do the numbers and the views. But maybe, like I said, maybe I could pull a couple of strings and get him over here.
One thing you have in your qualification of praising value is that you actually attend fights. I'm just saying. I mean, not to throw any stones. If we're talking about getting interviews, he actually know you from attending fights.
Oh yeah, from the hotel too. When he checked in that day at the and gave Coach Reed the $20. I could have interviewed him right then. He was staying on the same floor. But I just, it is when you do a lot of interviews, sometimes you don't even be on it like that. It serves like you want to interview other people, like how we got Coach Saffo and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to get the gems, man. Shout out to Coach Saffo. He's a gem. 70 years old, man. Still moving good.
No doubt. I got to run Showtime, man. You hold it down.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through, man. I'll be over there with you when you go on later.
All right, for sure, man. Take it easy. Happy New Year's, man. Enjoy your holidays.
Thank you. Appreciate you. That was WCS tapping in with the Source Experience. Listen, we are going to wrap this up as well. Go get something to eat, man. We didn't reach our goals today for the donations and all that. It's all good. Well, I think we did give you a healthy 2 hours plus. The news by Shad was at the desk, man. Hopefully y'all smashed the like button. We finished off the awards today. We also spoke about a couple upcoming fights that do have potential of unfolding in the 2024. David Benavidez and possibly getting his name thrusted out there in the light heavyweight mix. We definitely want to see that, right? But in order for that to happen, we need these guys to be successful in what they're doing, as far as either Arthur with Caleb Smith 2 weeks, January 13th, and then him and Bivol taking care of business. But that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. Thank you to everybody that has been a part of this 2023 mission. 2024, start off smoking. We're gonna have Kashia Goldstone on second week of January. And yeah, I think I like what WCS said, man. Maybe I'll make some phone calls and see if I can get Timothy Bradley over here, man. Maybe we need to chop it up with Timothy Bradley, man. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shad News. This is the Source Experience. Got it.
This is the Source Experience. The news by Shad News. But hey, what do I know?